Are you looking for an athletic scholarship? You're in the right place. This is the Recruit Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the longest-running podcast on recruiting and athletic scholarships. We're here to help your family navigate the recruiting road all the way to an athletic scholarship. He's a recruiting expert and a dad of 2 college athletes. He has a wealth of experience to share. Here's Recruit Me CEO, Brent Hanks.
Welcome to episode 465 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Today's episode is taken from a Facebook post from the College Baseball Recruiting account. The post asks the question, what is the best college baseball recruiting strategy you have seen? I'll give you many of the responses from parents and coaches on this point. Some of the responses are more baseball specific, but some relate to the recruiting in all sports and all levels. To start, I'll point out that many of the responses relate to a statement like, be really good, make everything you do undeniable, throw 105 miles an hour, be a good player and outwork everyone, or hit bombs, work your tail off, get good grades, and be a stud. The rest will work itself out. Be athletic, 4.0 GPA, throw 99 off the mound, and over 100 off the tee. These comments are from a variety of different people, and I wonder if all of them were serious or if some of them were just trying to be funny. Of the responses I listed, the people that commented varied. There was a summer team coach and baseball trainer, another trainer, a mental trainer, and many looked like they were parents of baseball players. These comments reminded me of myth number 1 of the 10 myths about athletic scholarships, which are found in the Recruit Me 3.0 Athletic Scholarship System Manual. Myth number 1 says, if my child is good enough, the college coaches will find him or her. Truth. A very small percentage of high school student athletes receive scholarships because the coach just happened to find him or her. Only the top-line elite athletes, the top 100 or so nationally, receive enough national media recognition that they are automatically recruited without having to make an effort. The other 99% plus have to take the initiative to contact schools where they have an interest. Most schools' recruiting budgets are limited, and coaches rely on you to contact them first. They don't have the time or the budget to travel around the country to see the student-athlete compete. Videos, stats, references, and the like become key tools for the coach in the recruiting and evaluating process. Parents, you might think it's too self-promoting to make the initial contact with a coach and to market your child. However, this is the norm. If you don't do it, other student-athletes will get the scholarship because they and their parents will have made an effort and received the attention. Coaches these days expect you to do this. It is acceptable practice. It is many times true that your size in many sports can get you on a coach's radar, and your skills can then be shown. A 6' 4" pitcher will get an extra look over a 5'11" pitcher if a coach is just walking past a field or a bullpen. Bigger, earlier maturing high schoolers may be good to catch a coach's eye or ear, but most high schoolers are not in that eye-catching category. Most sports have a possibility of a size advantage. But if you look at a college's roster, they are not all filled with 6'4" pitchers, 6'11" centers, or 300-pound linemen. I say all the time that if a student-athlete wants to play their sport in college, there is a place for you. With all the different levels of play, NCAA Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, and junior college, there are levels within those levels. NCAA Division I has elite, or the blue bloods, in each sport. Powers like Duke in men's basketball, Alabama in football, LSU in baseball, Oklahoma in softball, and Connecticut in women's basketball are all well known. But there are hundreds of mid-majors and teams in smaller and lesser-known conferences in Division I. The Division II and the Division III levels also have levels within those levels. And Sutton, my youngest son, plays in the NAIA level. There are very good teams and players at the NAIA level. Sutton's team has won 39-plus games in the 3 years of him playing there. But there are also teams that he plays that are not very good and give opportunities to play if you want to find them. Along with myth number 1, these post responses remind me of myth number 7 of the 10 myths about athletic scholarships. Myth number 7 is, I have to be the best player on my team to get any athletic financial aid. Truth. Even if you're not a national superstar already being recruited, an accomplished, talented athlete has a great chance of being recruited. But it won't just happen. Most athletes who don't reach that blue chip status get lost in the recruiting process unless they market themselves. Colleges rarely have the budget for massive recruiting and scouting efforts. If a college coach doesn't know you exist, then they can't recruit you. Sutton's high school senior class had 6 baseball seniors, and 5 of them went on to play baseball in college. 2 to the junior college ranks, 2 to the NAIA level, and 1 to the Division II level. All 5 were good high school players. 3 of them received all-conference accolades. And all 5 wanted to continue to play in college and sought out those opportunities. Being a good player is an obvious need, to be able to play your sport in college. But you don't have to be the best to get an opportunity to play in college. Like the myth number 7 truth said, if a college coach doesn't know you exist, then they can't recruit you. That is what Recruit Me is all about. Here are some more responses to the original recruiting post question. What is the best college baseball recruiting strategy you've seen? One parent posted, my son personally contacted coaches with interest and videos of himself. He started conversations and communicated. Another parent responded, same for my son. He picked his schools based on lots of criteria. Then he or his coach made connections and he followed through and fostered those relationships. And here's another post. It's about timing, fit, communication, and reach. Contact the right level schools where your tools match their needs. Reach out at the right time when they're actively looking. Send the right information, clear, concise, and relevant. Cast a wide net. More opportunities equal more options. And most importantly, be a super communicator. Respond quickly, follow up, and build real conversations. A simple post was, go where you can play. These 3 responses encompass everything that Recruit Me stands for. I don't know what levels of play these posts were about, or where any of the student athletes ended up playing. Recruit Me prescribes high school student athletes, and now increasingly current college student athletes, that are looking to transfer to understand that college coaches want to hear straight from them when they're being recruited. Again, these 3 posts correlate with Recruit Me 7 Steps to an Athletic Scholarship. That is in your DIY Recruit Me 3.0 Athletic Scholarship System. You can get the complete Recruit Me 3.0 system on the recruit-me.com website for only $39. The 7 steps are: Number 1, select the right schools to contact. Number 2, write a great introductory email. Step 3, create your one-sheet player profile. Step 4, build your own questionnaire. Step 5, track your communications. Step 6, send one-page or one-paragraph updates. And Step 7, make your school choice wisely. A majority of the steps guide you, the student-athlete, to set parameters, create a college school list, research those colleges, and then pre-build your introductory email, your player profile, and your recruiting questionnaire. Other responses to the initial question included references to some recruiting services. A combo of using inexpensive recruiting help along with you, the student-athlete's work to contact college coaches that you have on your list and researched is a great way to individualize your recruiting. Recruit Me has always said that if there are 1,000 student-athletes, there will be 1,000 different recruiting journeys. Your sport, your position of play, your size, your speed and strength, your grades, your individual skills, your training, your level of play, and your wants and needs are just a few of the recruiting journey's factors. When you don't consider these things, then you, the student-athlete, and the family will tend to just depend on being the best and the biggest player and hoping to just get found. One of the main reasons I got into athletic recruiting education is because I thought if Parker, my older son, was good enough, then college coaches would notice him and recruit him. They would see or hear about him being all-conference, being the conference pitcher of the year, and the high school coaches would let all their contacts know that he was a good pitcher and that he could help their college team. And I also thought that colleges would be at all the summer tournaments to watch. Parker did catch a break with the help of a high school coach. The high school coach's brother was a pitching coach at a very good NCAA Division II school, which was 13 hours away. Luckily, we, Parker and our family, took the visit to the Division II college and learned a lot from it. We started to build Parker's parameters list and a college school list on the 13-hour drive home. From there, Parker started contacting colleges on his list. Parker had colleges within 5 hours from home, high academics, and colleges ranging from NCAA Division III, Division II, and mid-major and upper-level Division I colleges. From Parker's experience, I developed tools to show student athletes and families ways to navigate the how to start, the when to start, and the what to do questions about the potential college student athletes' recruitment. I also found RecruitMe, and I bought its helpful resources to give you an easy-to-understand DIY formula. Remember, coaches can't recruit you if they don't know about you. So take charge of your recruiting journey with RecruitMe, the RecruitMe 3.0 system, and this, the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Thank you for listening to the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. You get a new episode every Tuesday. You can find episodes on your favorite podcast app or on the recruit-me.com website. Do me a favor, please like or share the Athletic Scholarship Podcast with other recruits. And join me next Tuesday for another episode of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast.